Welcome to the Research Capacity Development Unit Introduction to your Moodle Community for the pre-registration program. So before I get started, I'd just like to know by a show of hands how many people are finding the Moodle community easy to use. Just by a show of hands. Don't have any hands yet. Okay, by a show of hands, how many have accessed the Moodle community? Okay, I see one hand up. So, okay, by another show of hands, has everybody got the PowerPoint or Access guide? I'm also going to pull that up on the screen now, just to get a sense of where you guys are at with using the Moodle community. Okay, so we have the Access guide. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay. By another show of hands, sorry. Does everybody have this access guide based on the emails that we sent last week? Was last week? Yes, last week, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Okay, maybe you can also type in the chat whoever doesn't have this. Okay, see we're a little bit happy and quiet today. So I'm just going to take you guys through. It's going to be a very short session. I'm just going to take you guys through the ULink community. Okay. So you would log into ULink, go into the UGA Moodle login, and there should be several communities that come up for you. However, that's dependent on what you've been assigned to based on your faculty and based on the general UJ services and departments. So for us, it is the 240 CM277 pre-registration program, Masters and Doctoral Community. So if I click onto it, I will go into the community, and actually this is administrative view, so I'm just going to switch my role to student. So this is what you guys would be seeing. So we have the general welcome, which basically has the structure or the purpose of this program. Then we have announcements. So besides the announcements being emailed to your respective emails that you registered with, you can go into this forum and see the announcements that we have posted over the time period from the start of this program. So just for example, we had the workshop reminder sent out yesterday. You'd be able to go in, view that announcement, and access the links. Today, a flyer will be sent out for your next set of workshops, which actually is outlined in your guides. So if you go to your guides tab on the left here, and you pick your certain faculty, let's just say you are from Phoebe, this should give you your guide for your faculty, which covers the information of this pre-registration program, calendars, to accordingly plan yourself for the workshops, as well as the program outlines or the workshop listings and the facilitator bios. If, let's say, if you click on one of these links, it will take you to your facilitator to help you get a little bit of a better sense of them. So now we are nearing the end to orientation program 2. And the last workshop will actually be tomorrow morning, which will be plagiarism and Turnitin. But you guys can see that in the same day, your orientation part 3 starts, with the first session being that of an information session for the library. But again, if you go back, so that would be your guide. If you go back to workshop information and resources, so again, click on your faculty. Okay, apologies for that. My Wi-Fi. Also, the Moodle community is doing the same thing. Okay, let me just reload that. So I was at the workshop and information and resources. So if you go into your faculty, it will bring up the whole list of workshops according to the months, as well as the registration links, which you then click on there. So apart from the guide, you will also find all the information here. And then we do have the recordings, which usually takes us 3 to 5 days to upload, as we have to review them. So don't stress too much that you haven't seen the 26th of July workshop recordings yet. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back. So with the workshops, you'll also be getting certificates. So now that you've been completed orientation part 2, you would get your certificates probably by next week, which will be emailed through our general RCD inquiries account. And I think, as mentioned in the orientation session, we will also be providing your faculties with the attendance report. So thank you for joining us. I see a lot of familiar names of here over the past couple of workshops. And then just the rest of the tabs are basically information on the different information, on the different support services. So I know for one that many people are interested in funding. So then we would go to student finance, and specifically for postgraduate students, you'd go look at postgraduate fund management and the bursaries they are offering for the next year as well. So stay up to date with that. Okay, so like I said, the session was going to be very short, but since I am here, I'd like to take any questions on the pre-registration as a whole. If you need clarification, if you have any questions, or just want to voice opinions, you just raise your hand and then I'll unmute your mic, or you can put it in the chat box. Can I get a thumbs up at least for accessing Moodle and its contents? Are we all okay with Moodle? I'm taking the no thumbs up as we are not okay with Moodle. At least one thumbs up, guys. Okay, there's one, two, three, four. We do have a question in the chat, how to access Moodle. So I think you might have missed the beginning of the presentation of this workshop. Let me just take you back. Okay, so you'd go onto Ulink. You'd log in with your credentials. You'd go onto UJ Moodle login. And then you'd select the 240 CM 277 community amongst your other courses. This is the one that's specifically for this program. And then you will have access to our community. I hope that answers your question, Santisile. Am I audible to everyone else? We have a comment in the chat that okay, I am. I think Ola Lekan, you might have to log in and log back on. It might be a sound issue from your side. Okay, again, I'm just opening the floor to questions so that we can sort out any issues now that we are having with the pre-registration program, as we are the ones that are organizing it. Again, if you are comfortable to speak, you can put up your hand, or if you are not, you may write it in the chat. So Santasila has asked if she should create the credentials herself. Yes, Santasila, were you part of the email list of last week, Monday or Tuesday? I'm not sure what faculty you're in, but we did send an access guide to you link overall. Okay. Seems like no one has questions. If we're all okay, I can end the session. Please don't forget to fill in the feedback form to get your attendance certificate. Are we all happy with the pre-registration program so far? Okay, we have another comment in the question and answers. I've tried the process you showed just now, but still can't log in. I think I told you might have to contact me separately. I'm not sure whether you are having a Ulink problem or a Moodle problem, because then that would one would be solved by us, but then if you're having a Ulink problem, it's you'd have to contact Cat. So I will create a separate meeting with you after this. Okay. All right. Seems like everybody's happy. Sorry. So if that is all, we will end the session. You get an early break today from your back-to-back workshops. This was more of a touch-based workshop since you guys already are using the Moodle community. So just to end, please do not forget to fill in the feedback survey. You may contact RCD inquiries at any time for any queries. And thank you for attending all the sessions. We really hope this initiative is helping out the students, and we will see your proposals at the end of October. Okay, and with that, I'll close the session. Thank you very much.